Most states do not collapse because they are poor. They collapse because they destroy their own incentives. That idea was written down more than 600 years ago, long before modern economics existed. This is Qalbinomics, a series that revisits classical Islamic texts through an economic lens, not as religious instruction, not as ideology, but as serious reflections on markets, institutions, taxation, and human behavior. In this episode, I'm looking at Al-Muqaddimah by Ibn Khaldun, written in the 14th century. This is not an economics textbook. It is an introduction to history, but within it are some of the deepest early insights into labor, value, taxation, public finance, and the rise and fall of states. I will approach it as a foundational work in institutional and political economy. Ibn Khaldun lived in a world of instability. Dynasties rose quickly, but collapsed just as quickly. Political authority was fragile. Economies were mostly agrarian, but cities were essential for taxation, administration, and trade. Ibn Khaldun was not writing as a distant scholar. He was a judge, a civil servant, and someone who had seen states fail from the inside. His question was not theoretical, it was practical. Why do civilizations rise, and why do they decay even when resources still exist? One of Ibn Khaldun's most important insights is his view on labor. He argues that labor is the true source of value. Wealth does not exist by itself. It does not appear because a state is powerful or because land exists. Wealth appears only when human effort transforms nature into something useful. This is crucial. It means prosperity is created, not inherited. Ibn Khaldun then connects labor to specialization. When people specialize, productivity increases. Cities become possible because no one needs to do everything alone. Surplus emerges, and surplus supports administration, scholarship, culture, and defense. In short, specialization depends on economic complexity. If this deeper, analytical approach to Islamic economic thought is useful to you, you can support the series by liking the video. It helps this kind of content reach the right audience. Ibn Khaldun's most famous insight concerns taxation. At the beginning of a state, taxes are low. People work, trade expands, and revenue grows. Over time, rulers increase taxes to fund luxury, bureaucracy, and elite lifestyles. Incentives weaken, people reduce effort, and production declines. The state responds by raising taxes again, which in turn accelerates the decline. Collapse is not sudden. It is the cumulative result of bad incentives. Ibn Khaldun never uses modern economic language, but the logic is unmistakable. People respond to incentives. Institutions shape behavior. Economic decline is often caused not by scarcity, but by governance failure. This is what modern economists would later call institutional economics. This is why Ibn Khaldun still matters today. He shows that prosperity depends less on resources and more on institutions, trust, and incentives. Where he differs from modern economics is purpose. Modern economics often prioritizes growth and efficiency. Ibn Khaldun prioritizes sustainability, justice and social cohesion. This is the first episode in a structured series on classical Islamic economics. If you want to follow the series step by step, subscribing ensures you don't miss what comes next. The Muqaddimah also has clear limits. It is pre-industrial, it has no data, no model, and no empirical testing. It cannot be treated as a modern policy manual. Its strength lies in insight, not technical design. One key lesson from Ibn Khaldun is this: states do not collapse from poverty, but from injustice and bad incentives. In the next episode, I'll turn to Abu Yusuf and one of the earliest works ever written on taxation and public finance. If you're interested in serious, non-polemical discussions on Islamic economics, this is exactly what Qalbinomics is about. This was a reflection on classical Islamic thought through an economic lens. More to follow on Qalbinomics.